Hello, everybody. Okay, we're talking about this word average. Average just means we want to get a picture of one number that represents a whole list of things. Okay, so if I had a bunch of ticket prices here, like this is $1,000 for a backstage full access pass, 500 for a box seat, 200 for front row, $100 for middle lower level, $50 for first tier in the upper, and $30 for bleacher seats. So, what is the average ticket price? Or, you might have this come up in science, like what is the average weight of a mouse or something like that. So you want to find one number that kind of represents this whole list, and it really depends on how you want to understand the information on how you're going to construct that average. So average just means a central tendency, or single number to represent a list of numbers. Um, so there's a couple different ways that people have come up with, and one is called the mean. And the mean is just you take all the numbers. So like if there's maybe five backstage passes, and there's, I don't know, 100 of these, and I don't know, 1,000 of these, and 1,000 of these, and 1,000 of these, and then there's maybe 5,000 of these. Okay, so you take all these numbers and you say, oh, I'm gonna count this one 30, this $30 5,000 times. So you take all of these, this whole list, you multiply this times this, and you get a number that represents all of them. So it's all the numbers put together. So this is the sum of the numbers, the number sum, and we add up all of them, and then we divide by the number of numbers. Okay, so that would just be all of those individual tickets. Like how many tickets are there, and we're going to divide by the total price of all the tickets together. That's called the mean. And then there's another way to look at it. We could say the median. And the median is just the middle number. So what you would do is you take all of these tickets and you order them from most expensive to least expensive, and you have to count, 5,000s, then 100 500s, and so on. And then you find what is the number that's in the middle of the list. So middle number. And that we call the median. If there happen to be if it's an even number of numbers, and there is no exact middle number, then you take the mean of those two middle numbers. Okay, and then the last one is called the mode. And the mode is just the number that is there the most. So in this case, I can already tell you there's 5,000 of these $30 tickets, so that is the mode. And sometimes you want to use this number, sometimes you want to use that number, sometimes you want to use that number. So probably if you would want to use mean if you said, okay, the average ticket price is this, and there are so many people attending, then you can figure out how much total money was made by selling the tickets, right? But if you wanted to, you probably wouldn't use median in this case because it doesn't really tell you anything. But you would want to use it if you were looking at like home prices in an area. You would say, what's the median home price in this area? Then that kind of tells you what's the middle of the road price, because there might be houses that are really expensive and they might throw off that mean, or prices that are really cheap and that might throw off the mean. So you want to kind of find what is the middle house price if you were going to list them all out. Mode is useful. Probably in this case, I would want to know what's the cheapest, what's going to be the most common ticket price, and so that might be useful in this case, is using the mode.